As I sit down to write, I can't help but reflect on my own life and the ideas that have shaped my thinking. I was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1803 and grew up in a family of intellectuals. After graduating from Harvard University and spending some time as a Unitarian minister, I eventually left the ministry to pursue a career in writing and lecturing. Throughout my life, I wrote numerous essays, books, and poems, including Self-Reliance, Nature, and The American Scholar. My ideas emphasize the importance of individualism, self-reliance, and the power of the human spirit. I believe that every individual had a unique perspective and a valuable contribution to make to society. My writing and lectures encouraged people to think for themselves and to challenge the status quo. I believed that it was important for people to trust their own intuition and inner voice, and to stay true to their beliefs and values, even in the face of opposition. My ideas have had a profound impact on American literature and culture, and my influence can still be felt today. As I reflect on my own life and legacy, I am proud to have been one of America's greatest thinkers and writers, and I hope that my ideas will continue to inspire and motivate individuals to be their true selves and to make a positive impact on the world. One quote is near to my ear, which is, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." Here's a tale around that. Sophie had always been a free spirit. She loved to dance, sing, and explore the world around her. But as she grew older, she started to feel pressure from her parents and society to conform. They wanted her to become a doctor or a lawyer, to live a safe and predictable life. Sophie tried to please them, but she always felt like something was missing. One day, while walking through the park, Sophie met a mysterious old woman. The woman had a kind face and a twinkle in her eye. She asked Sophie what was wrong, and Sophie poured out her heart to her. She told the woman about her dreams of singing and dancing, but how she felt like she could never pursue them. The old woman smiled and said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." Sophie was taken aback. She had never heard that before, but the words resonated with her in a way that nothing else had before. She thanked the woman and continued on her way. That night, Sophie had a dream. She was on stage, singing and dancing in front of a huge audience. The crowd was cheering, and Sophie felt alive. When she woke up, she knew what she had to do. Sophie started taking singing and dancing lessons. She practiced every day, and slowly but surely she started to improve. She started performing at local clubs and cafes, and people loved her. They saw the passion and joy in her performances, and it touched their hearts. But Sophie's parents were not happy. They thought she was throwing her life away. They begged her to stop and to focus on her studies. Sophie was torn. She loved her parents, but she knew that she couldn't give up on her dreams. In the end, she decided to follow her heart. She continued to sing and dance, and slowly but surely her parents started to come around. Years later, Sophie looked back on her life and realized that the old woman in the park had been right. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. She had faced doubts, obstacles, and criticism, but she had stayed true to herself, and that had made all the difference.